You know, I have been thinking a lot lately about the condition of the human heart. Yes, I have. Not the physical heart, the spiritual one, the place where we wrestle, where we hide, where we hope, and where God whispers. And I realized something simple but important. There is a big difference between a heart that is hardened and a heart that is open to God. Let's talk about that after the break. But first, let's coffee break. Hello again, and welcome back to what I like to call the best virtual coffee shop in America. What am I talking about today? When the heart opens, which means a hardened heart that opens. When hasn't, on one occasion or another, have our hearts been hardened or closed to grace? I believe many of us would fall under the norm rather than the exception, but to those exceptions out there, man, please keep praying for us. By the way, today's show is sponsored generously by Mr. Gary Christensen of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Thank you, brother. We appreciate your support. Okay, a hardened heart. It isn't always angry or rebellious, right? Sometimes it's just tired. Sometimes it's been disappointed too many times. Sometimes it's trying to protect itself because it doesn't want to be hurt again. Sound like you? Sounds like me. A hardened heart says, dude, I'm fine. I don't need anything. I'll handle it myself. First of all, don't call God dude, okay? Just for the record. But an open heart sounds different. It does. It really does. It says, Lord, I don't have all the answers, but I am listening. I am willing. I am asking you to show me the way and help me. An open heart isn't perfect. It is simply available. And here's the part that really strikes me. A hardened heart feels heavy. It feels closed. It feels tight, like you're carrying everything alone when you should not be. But a heart open to God, that heart feels lighter. Not because life is easier, believe me, it isn't, but because you are no longer carrying it by yourself. A hardened heart avoids the conversation. An open heart keeps talking to God, even if the prayer sounds like this: Lord, I am terribly frustrated. Or, Lord, I am confused. Or, Lord, I am here even if I do not know what to say. And maybe the most beautiful truth of all is this, coffee breakers. The moment you want an open heart, you already have one. Okay? Because desire is the first crack in the stone, and grace always finds its way through the cracks. So today, if you are feeling a little closed off, a little guarded, a little worn down, just remember this simple prayer. Something you can say every day or every night before you go to bed. Lord, soften my heart. Period. That's it. Lord, soften my heart. Period. Or as Saint Therese of Lisieux would say in her prayer, "Oh Jesus, gentle and humble of heart, make my heart like yours." That's it. That's the doorway. That is the beginning. And God, who never forces his way in, will meet you right there in that tiny opening and begin the gentle work of making your heart new. Remember, God doesn't need perfection. He just needs permission. And the smallest opening, the tiniest yes, is enough for him to begin something new. Isn't that exciting? I think it is. So, as you step back into your day, carry this with you. You are held, you are seen, and your heart, even in its current struggle, is precious to God. I'll wrap this up right after the break. Hello again and welcome back. Please allow me to wrap up today's show with a short story titled The Award with Someone Else's Name. In the little town of Willow Creek, there was a quiet man named Elias Romero. Now, most people knew him as the owner of the corner bakery, the one who always slipped an extra cookie into a child's bag or stayed open late when someone needed bread for a last-minute family dinner. One year, Elias decided he wanted to do something special for the town. Not for himself, mind you. He never cared much for attention, but for the people who quietly made life better for others. So, he created something called the Romero Goodness Award. When the first ceremony came around, people were confused. Someone asked, "Why is your name on the award? Is this about you?" Elias just smiled and shook his head. "My name is on it because I started it," he said. "But this award isn't about me. It's a thank you to the people who make someone else's life brighter, the ones who show kindness when no one is watching. The name is just the label on the box. The gift inside belongs to the honorees and the ones that they have served." And that's exactly how it went. The award went to a school custodian who bought coats for kids in the winter, a teenager who mowed lawns for his elderly neighbors, a nurse who sat with patients long after her shift ended, a bus driver who learned every child's name and birthday. That's what the award is all about. Every year, people still asked Elias why the award carried his name. And every year, he gave the same gentle answer. It's not about me. It's about them and the difference they made in someone else's life. Over time, the town understood. The name on the award wasn't a spotlight. It was simply the signature of the one who wanted to say, thank you. And the people who received it, they never remembered the name on the plaque. They remembered the reason they were chosen. Because the award was not about the founder. It was about the neighbors whose lives were changed because one neighbor made a difference. Remember what Father Mike Schmitz likes to say, let's not be good neighbors. Let's be great neighbors, because great is always better than good. And I agree. Until next time, God bless.